Hey guys, welcome to another Friday on Geeks of the Week. Now, last week I mentioned Pottermore and asked the fellow Geeks of the Week what house they would be sorted into, and Steff actually went on an entire rant about it, and I would like to defend it, but honestly I agree with all of her points. I was one of the crazy fans that stayed up until really awkward hours of the night to answer the test question to be a beta tester, and I ended up in the first group of beta testers, so I was on it back in October, but it is and was definitely not as great as I was hoping it would be. At the time of its announcement, it was really something else Harry Potter related to look forward to since the movies were coming to an end, and it was just something new and exciting, and it was built up so much that when we finally got in, it was like, okay. I mean, visually, the pictures that depict the certain parts of the chapter that were important enough to put in were really gorgeous, and I love looking through them. And the process of both getting your wand and getting sorted were fun, and it was interesting to see the weird questions that were asked, even though my sorting basically went, I'm gonna be in Ravenclaw, I'm gonna be in Ravenclaw, Ravenclaw's awesome, Ravenclaw's awesome. I'm gonna have awesome times with Luna, and I'm gonna party in the Ravenclaw house, and we're gonna be awesome and weird together, and best friends. Gryffindor! Or not. So I had a brief identity crisis, as ridiculous as that might be, but after reading more into the description of the Gryffindor house, it made sense, so I was okay with it. And because we were part of the beta testers, there were things that needed to be worked out, obviously. That's why we were beta testing. But there was dueling, or there is dueling, but I think it was about only 1 week into the beta tests that dueling went down and didn't come back up for I can't even remember how many weeks. So we had to resort to potions as the only means of earning house points. And if you watch Steff's video, you will realize why that might have been frustrating. Not only did it take hours for one potion to be made, but as Steff mentioned, it was extremely glitchy. Now, I never had the spoon problem that Steff had, even though that, while I see frustrating, was freaking hilarious watching you do that, but I did have other problems. The main problem I had was while trying to pour a potion, it suddenly decided to defy gravity and just spin around forever. And when I finally got it to pour, it was nearly impossible to get the right amount of drops. Really? So yeah, once I made it through the first book and got bored with melting my cauldrons over and over again, I got bored with the site very quickly, and honestly, I hadn't really been on since sometime in November. However, I did decide to go back on recently. I started a whole new account just to see if it was any different with the beta testing being done and everything, and one thing that they have added that makes the site a little bit more interesting than it was during beta testing is sounds. During the whole of the beta tests, none of the scenes had any background noises or noises in general, so it was really awkward and silent, and that was the main thing that most people wanted them to put in, so I'm glad they did do that. But other than that, it's pretty much just as meh as it was in the beginning. All that being said, I am incredibly grateful that it was there during a time when I was still incredibly depressed about Harry Potter being over. And in other British-related news, kinda, scientists are working on sonic technology. Much like the Doctor's sonic screwdriver, a couple of researchers at Dundee University have been able to take a whole new level of control over ultrasound technology. And while they've only been able to move a small rubber coin at this point, they hope to be able to use it for medical reasons in the future, like surgery or drug delivery. An article about it came out a few days ago, and it's pretty awesome, so I will put a link in my description. I think that's all I have for you this week. Like Mario said, Avengers comes out next Saturday, so I hope everyone's going to the midnight showing. Oh, Mario's question. Target. I go there all the time for various reasons, and no matter how hard I resist, I always end up in the toy aisle, so don't feel alone. I'm always there, either playing with the little superhero toys, the plastic masks and weapons and stuff, or I'm judging the Barbie toys that have come out like an adult. Also, the short I was working on at the beginning of March is showing tonight for the first time, and I'm really nervous because I decided not to actually watch it until I was watching it with everyone else in the school. So, But anyway, have a great weekend, stay geeky, and come back next week for more geeky fantasticness with everyone. That was horrible, but oh well. Bye! Ooh.